Hey everyone, it's Mirella Manelli here, and today I'm going to show you how to maintain highlights in between services, as well as how to properly blend in gray using Kenra Professional Demi-Permanent Hair Color. So stay tuned and check it out. This is my model Paula, and it's been about 4 months since she last got her hair color done. And as you can see, she has some grown out highlights with a faded shadow root. She would really like a service that could hold her over in between her highlight service, and her main concern is really blending in her gray as well as toning out her brassy ends. And because she's 25% gray, this makes her a great candidate for demi-permanent hair color. So before we get started, we're gonna find Paula's natural starting level by utilizing our level finder in the back of your Kenra Color book. So the best thing to do is to split her hair right down the middle. And I'm gonna guesstimate that Paula is a natural level 6. So I'm gonna fan out the level 6 swatch on the level finder and push that right into her hair in the back. And you can see that it blends in seamlessly. Because Paula is a natural level 6 and wants a natural but cool finish, I'm using a level 6 natural ultra ash to blend in her gray. I mixed up equal parts of 6 NUA in demi-permanent and 9 volume developer. Next, I section Paula's hair into the standard 4 sections and start my application in the front. I started here because most of her gray is prevalent in the front. The start of your gray blending application should vary from client to client since everyone's gray grows in differently. However, most people do go gray in the front or the top first. Anytime you are wanting maximum saturation and gray blending, a 1-to-1 mixing ratio is the best way to go. This ratio gives a slightly higher alkalinity and more saturated finish than the typical 1-to-2 ratio. This means I can blend gray with this formula, making her natural gray hairs look like highlights. This service is perfect for someone who wants lower maintenance and less of a line of demarcation as it grows out. You can see I'm applying on both sides of Paula's new growth, and I'm bringing down the color slightly over her previous color. I'm doing this because I want the best saturation and a slight blend between the new growth and the old color. To further blend her color in the front, I'm using a color brush with a comb. The comb will bring the color down a little bit more and help with the blend. Once I was done with the front 2 sections, I moved my way back to the back 2 sections, starting by outlining the part. I still applied to both sides on the regrowth, making sure for proper saturation for the best gray blending possible. I am overlapping the color from her regrowth down to where her highlights start, which is a little further down than how the front is. I'm still using my comb to blend. However, one added trick is if you need to further blend between the new growth and the highlights, you can use your fingers or hand to blur the lines. I do this by keeping my hand and fingers flat against the hair, holding it taut and stroking the hair until the color is blended. Once I was done applying the color, I processed her hair for 25 minutes at room temperature. I then took her to the bowl to do 1 thorough shampoo, rinse, and evenly towel dried her hair. I then mixed up her final shade, which was 1 part Beige Rapid Toner and 2 parts of 9 volume developer. Because I'm looking for a more sheer finish versus maximum saturation like her roots, I'm applying this formula at a 1-to-2 ratio and on damp hair. Rapid toners work in under 5 minutes, so you want to make sure that you are working quickly when applying. For Paula, I am more concerned about toning her mids and ends into a beige finish, so this is exactly where I'm applying it. One thing to keep in mind is that Beige Rapid Toners work best on lighter levels, therefore applying the color on her brunette hair that was just colored will do nothing to it. Beige Rapid Toner is one of my favorite shades because it controls warmth and cools brassy hair, but it is left in a creamy finish. Once I was done applying, I processed her hair for only 3 minutes. Then I did one last final shampoo, conditioner, and rinse. To style Paula's hair, I used a few pumps of Kenra Platinum Silkening Heat Cream for thermal protection and shine, and blow dried with a round brush. And here is the final result on how to maintain your highlights in between services, as well as how to properly blend in gray using Kenra Professional Demi-Permanent Hair Color. So just to recap, what we used on Paula's new growth was Kenra Professional Demi-Permanent 6 NUA at a 1:1 mixing ratio with 9 volume developer, and then processed her room temperature for 25 minutes. And then we finished her off right at the bowl with the Beige Rapid Toner at a 1:2 mixing ratio with 9 volume developer, and processed her for 3 minutes. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time.